whenever she's thinking about upcoming appointments, she thinks about, okay, what are things that I could get done beforehand?
Keeping track of my headaches so that when we go, we can give them more information.
Don't you think we're better together? Oh, I think we are.
Good morning! And happy Wednesday.
Holy moly Wednesday.
Mary's body, let's just say it needed to sleep.
Yeah, I literally slept till 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean, I was awake a couple times before that and coughed or whatever, but then I fell back to sleep. And when I woke up at like 2:15, I was like, I needed that so bad.
All right, we've been going for...
Gone.
For quite a few days now, and
yeah.
I think today's kind of a catch-up day. We've got Bible study here tonight. Some people are coming over. We're just getting ready for that, and we're getting ready for some music for Sunday, and just various things we're working on. This morning, while Mary was sleeping, I went out and
Can you hold it? My arm's gonna fall off.
Yeah, I worked in the yard for a little while, working on the brick sidewalk, and I sweat so much. It was so hot. It's kind of cooled down a little bit this afternoon, but anyways, that's our day so far.
And I may only be able to get 2 of my Castins in today, which feels like such a bummer. I don't know, I might be able to squeeze in a last one depending on what time we go to bed. But that is one bummer about getting started later in the day with all my medicine stuff, is that when I'm on the antibiotic I have to do 3 times a day. It might not fit in the last one because it has to be every 4 hours. Or no closer than every 4 hours. But anyway, I actually went back to the chiropractor today, earlier today, because my hip was hurting last night. And so he took a look at it and he said it was whatever, something out of alignment or something like that. So hopefully that won't be hurting tonight. Anyway, I guess I was feeling I don't know if invincible is the word, but I was feeling like I went horseback riding twice last week, and we went to the zoo and I walked around. We didn't use my wheelchair at the zoo, I just walked. And we weren't there very long, but it was a walk. And I don't know, I just felt like I've been doing a lot and out working in the yard or whatever. And I was feeling yes, I am the one in control. My body can't run this game, or whatever. That doesn't make any sense. But then today happened and I was like, okay, it's time to pay the piper. Kids. I guess today was my recoup day. Hopefully it's recouping me so that I can go crazy again tomorrow, but we'll see. Just taking it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, making the most of it, doing what I can, doing what I need to do. And I think that's one of the risks of the saying, do what you think you can't do, because it alludes to the idea that you should push through everything, and I do not think that is true. I think you should listen to your body. So do what you gotta do, and when possible, do what you think you can't do. I think he might make a guitar pick out of a credit card, or a gift card or whatever, an old card, because we need to go buy more guitar picks. Let's see.
Because I lose them every single week of my life.
So let's see. He's just cutting one out. Here, you want me to hold your guitar? Oh.
We're good.
You're good?
Look at that. Didn't need that anymore anyways.
That works out. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
And you'll feel alright. Ready for dinner, buddy? You ready for dinner? Ollie eats off of these Tupperware plates, which has been Mare, wouldn't you say that's a great discovery? Because he actually eats off of those plates? Yeah, because if we serve it in a bowl, well, sometimes he doesn't dump it. I don't know what it is. I think he likes having the edge of the plate, but enough room that he can stick his face down in the food without, I don't no. But if it's a flat plate, he spills his food while he's eating. But with the edges of the Tupperware plate, it's like the perfect... Is it the perfect utensil for eating your dinner? So, we use some salmon oil for his joints. And I just spilled that. Awesome. No, it didn't squirt on me. It's on this food container. Yeah, I try not to squirt it all over. But, and he gets a pill for his joints as well. Because you, my friend, are a hard-working dog. And you're getting old. Not really. But you're getting older. Here's what today's Saturday, apparently.
What?
Here's what Wednesday nights after Bible study, we're kind of all pooped out. I mean, look at that matchy there. So cute. And Mary did her best.
I just realized that four of our clothing items are gray at this moment.
Yeah,
Your shirt.
We were all gray today.
I literally am all gray.
And you had even more gray on earlier, right?
Well, I still do.
Oh.
Did we just go there?
Anyways, I'm sitting here eating. Mary got me this ice cream for my birthday. Well, not this exact one because I've had a few since then. It's so good. Pineapple coconut is my jam.
I'm gonna come sit with you.
Okay, that's cool.
I downloaded a new app. Did I talk about that?
I don't think so. You should tell them about it because I want to hear about it.
Okay, so basically, when did my headaches start again? Like a week ago? 2 weeks ago? Within a few weeks after IV antibiotics, my headaches started back up. We suspect...
Within a few weeks of ending.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, of ending. We suspect that my sinuses, so sinus disease is normal in CF. Quite popular in CF.
Popular?
Quite popular.
Everybody loves it.
No. But basically we think that my headaches, well, we're going to a headache specialist, but their first opening isn't until July. And I made the appointment like a month ago. So anyway, they're popular. But until then, what I'm going to be doing is keeping track of my headaches so that when we go, we can give them more information so that when they're like, well, when do your headaches happen? I'll be like, well, thanks for asking. I have a whole track.
Mary's all about being proactive before she goes to doctor's appointments because one of her pet peeves is, I don't know, I'm kind of putting this in your mouth.
I'm interested to hear what you're about to say.
I have observed that one of Mary's pet peeves is when you have to go to a doctor's appointment in order for them to tell you to get imaging or testing or record something and then come back and see them. And it's like, why couldn't we have just done the imaging or testing or all of that before I showed up here today?
So that it wouldn't waste anybody's time.
Exactly. So Mary's all about, whenever she's thinking about upcoming appointments, she thinks about, okay, what are things that I could get done beforehand that might be a potential, we need to get this done before we can continue this conversation.
So things like when I know I have a clinic appointment coming up, if we're going to be in the city like 5 or 7 days ahead of time, I will drop off a sputum sample, like the mucus I cough up, and get blood work and maybe have a chest x-ray or whatever makes sense, whatever my team wants, so that we can discuss it when I'm in.
And obviously you have to work with a team that's willing to be proactive with some of that stuff because they've got to put in the orders for those things. Right. But
they either have to do it
the day of or early. And so it's just like having that conversation of, hey, we're going to need to do these things on Friday, so can we drop off some things on Monday? Anyways, that is what Mary's doing with her headaches. She's, I think she downloaded an app and is keeping track of when she's getting them. And
there was a bunch of them.
A whole bunch of apps.
A whole bunch of them. Anyway, I just downloaded one, and today's the second day I'm recording like the information about when my headache starts and stuff, it doesn't really, because my headaches are kind of CF related, like CF sinus disease, CF coughing, so I wouldn't even notice that I have a headache right now, except when I start coughing. So it doesn't have a button for CF coughing headaches. But anyway, I am really interested, because at this point we're just kind of reactively treating, like reacting, you know, whenever I have a headache, we react, we treat.
Or like just taking Tylenol ahead of time, which...
like when I went horseback riding.
Yeah, to try to help, but yeah, that's the only preventative thing. Anyways.
So there's potential that there's medications. Of course, we have to like know if it's going to be okay for my liver and all of those things. So it'll be good to go to a physician who understands all of the intricacies of it.
Yep.
And of course, they'll work with my normal CF team, and we will hopefully come up with a plan so that we can, because at this point, the headache is the only thing holding me back. I mean, my body was exhausted, but it's fine. Exhaustion is okay.
Yeah.
It's just like, So, anyway. We did have a sleep study done like 4 years ago. And, we always...
Sleep study?
Oh. He was doing sleep study? Yeah, I didn't sleep. It was an awake study. It was a laying down awake study.
A nighttime in bed study.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, at this point, we don't think that the headaches are oxygen related. When I'm in the hospital, I'm wearing the O2 probe all night to make sure, to check my oxygen for this very reason, to make sure that my headaches aren't oxygen related. And at this point, they're not. And I'm grateful for the fact that my body is able to oxygenate. On one hand, if it was oxygen, that would be something we could fix, But since that's not a contributing factor, I'm just going to be thankful for that. And I do hope that there is something we can fix to help with my headaches.
Anyways, we're going to practice our dance moves. We're going to watch a dancing show.
We are, and it does kind of make us want to dance.
Yeah.
But maybe you can dance, and I'll watch you because of my head.
All right, cool.
Tonight at Bible study, I was so enjoying, somebody was making me laugh, and I was laughing, but then I started coughing. I was like, you little, because that made the ice pick in my head dig in deeper.
Ouch.
Or you know what it's like?
What?
That little tiny axe we saw at Walmart, that little hatchet.
Yeah.
It's that in my head.
A little hatchet. Interesting. Does your app have descriptions like that?
Hatchet in the head?
Yeah. Ice pick or hatchet?
It does say some interesting things, like it slows me down, or it'll be like it slows me down at work, it slows me down at home, or like can't do certain things, or it knows like moving makes it worse. Because like yesterday when I was watering the flowers, this is absolutely riveting.
I know.
Okay guys, we're gonna see you later, and as always we will...
Speaking of watering flowers, I watered the flowers
Did
tonight.
you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyways, we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Don't you think
Ollie snuggles with his little doggy like every night. Say goodnight to the people, buddy. Good night, guys.